All right, what's going on, guys? Johnny here, 83%. Today we are gonna read. We're gonna talk about human dignity, okay? And the reason we're gonna talk about human dignity is I don't think like many of us like grasp like the magnificence of who we are. I think like many times we let situations, circumstances, kind of like dictate our mood. Um, what we dwell on, and sometimes we feel like we're missing out, right? But if you have big dreams, like we're always talking about on this channel, if you have big dreams, you're not missing out. Like everything you're sacrificing tonight, this week, these past few years, everything you've laid down, right? Like it wasn't for nothing, you know. And there's an assignment of your life. Like these things inside of you that you feel, these things inside of you that sometimes you don't understand, right? Like you look at other people and it seems as though like their lives are so much more nonchalant. And then you look at your own life and then you look at your own, like your heart, your mind, and you're like, man, like why do I feel like I'm supposed to do more? Why do I feel like I must be the answer for so many issues in this world? Why do I feel like, you know, the buck has to stop with me, right? And the reason you feel that way is because like, yo, like we're not supposed to control people, but like we are supposed to like be the ones to like solve dire situations. We are supposed to be the ones that looks at confusion and creates clarity. Like we are supposed to be the ones that like in the midst of uncertainty create certainty, right? Like because we are God's image bearers. And so I think like if we take the time sometimes to like focus on like who we really are, we would understand like it's supposed to be difficult. Like this life is not supposed to be easy, right? But what I've noticed is like when you're on the offensive of life, when you are like doing whatever you can to like not be stagnant, right? When you're doing whatever you can to like push forward, to push through, right? Where again, in another video that I spoke about, like the smoke of battle, right? Because you're operating in character, high integrity. You killed those vices. They're dead. They're not coming back alive. You beat those traumas. You forgave the people you needed to forgive. You left whoever you needed to leave. And we're not making excuses for the times we used to act like children, okay? Like we're not kids anymore. And that's a beautiful thing. You don't want to be a kid because when you are a child, guess what? Like you basically have to just react to what the world does. You basically have to just react to what people do. But when you are an adult, you make decisions based on the trajectory of your life, right? And what's best for you and the people that like are in your camp. That's what this whole general status thing is all about. It's like, yo, like my people need to be safe. My people will have provision, resources. Why? Because I'm here, right? But all that comes from human dignity. All that comes from self-respect. In fact, I'll tell you right now, if you're still smoking the blunts, drinking and stuff like that, getting drunk or whatever, right? Sleeping around, watching filthy things online, guess what? Really, the enemy is tempting you with those things, right? Because he's trying to rob you of your human dignity. It's crazy. Once I stopped doing all those things, I like saw myself for who I really was. And now I'll do whatever I have to do to make sure I never go back to those things again. It's not even like this big religious thing for me. It's not even a big like, oh my gosh, I gotta pray. No, it's like I just will not do those things. And I'm not gonna hang around with people who do those things. Why? Because my human dignity is on the line every time I do them. All I got when I would move in those ways was shame. Shame. That's all I ever had. So I'm gonna read. This is gonna be pretty short today, maybe 2-3 more minutes. But I'm gonna read this passage right on Psalms 8, verses 3 all the way to verses 9, right? To verse 9. And it says, look at the splendor of your skies, your creative genius glowing in the heavens. When I gaze at your moon and your stars, mounted like jewels in their settings, I know you are the fascinating artist who fashioned it all. But I have to ask this question, why would you bother with puny mortal man or care about human beings? Yet what honor you have given to men, created only a little lower than Elohim, crowned with glory and magnificence. You have delegated to them ruleship over all that you have made, with everything under their authority, placing earth itself under the feet of your image bearers. All the created order and every living thing of the earth, sky, and sea, the wildest beast and all that move in the paths of the sea, everything is in submission to Adam's sons. Yahweh, our sovereign God, your glory streams from the heavens above, filling the earth with the majesty of your name, with the majesty of your name. People everywhere will see your splendor. The enemy hates you. And the reason why the enemy hates you is because he's reminded of what he lost, which is what I just read. And a lot of you guys, and I was the exact same way until I got desperate and tired of being addicted. Tired of like falling victim to a screen, guys. It's a screen. Yeah, they put filthy things in these videos, and it's like, I was 30 years old, 31 years old, still not able to stop watching that stuff. What? That's pathetic. I remember I'd run out of weed, and I'm like scrambling in my car for like to see if I had a little bit of a blunt to fill the blunt up because I needed another hit. What? If I like run out of Adderall, I'd like hit on my like doing whatever I can to like, you know, find like a piece of like, that is pathetic. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Sleeping around, you know what I mean? Hitting up whoever you got to hit up just so that way, because you got this urge inside of you and you can't wait for your future wife and you can't wait for your future husband. Are we serious? Hang out with people who we know are talking behind our backs. Hang out with people who we know don't have our backs. And then we see them again, and it's like, hey, fake smile. That's how you been, girl? Come on, like let's grow up. Please, let's grow up. You know the people who are for you. You know the people who aren't for you. You know you need to stop watching that stuff. You know you need to put down the blunt. And if you can't do it on your own, like that should tell you something. Stop making excuses for these vices. I am not judging you. It's just I stopped doing these things, and lo and behold, I'm able to look myself in the mirror and like I'm happy at what I see. You know, I'm proud of who I'm becoming. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but I love y'all. And I'm telling you, like, you don't have to be addicted. You don't have to like keep watching that stuff. And I would imagine the reason why you keep drawing the kind of people you're drawing in your romantic life, your dating life, is because, listen, when you're engaged in a lot of that stuff, those addictive behaviors, you're only going to get other addicted people. And one thing about addicted people is that I was one of them. They are very selfish. All they care about is making themselves feel good. All they care about is whatever it is to not feel the pain, to not deal with the trauma, to not actually fully heal. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Healing does not have to take a long time. The reason why healing is taking so long is because many of us do not want to forgive the people that's hurt us. I dare you to truly forgive the people that's hurt you. Release them from your heart. Put down the vices. Stop those addictive behaviors that you're doing when nobody's watching you. Ask God for help and for strength. And I promise you, as you chase the person who you were always supposed to be, life gets very easy very quickly. And it's like a movie. It's like your mind opens up and you're filled with wonder and goodness and joy. So I'm challenging you, sis. I'm challenging you, bro. Like, find out who you are. That's my goddaughter yelling. I love that little girl. Like, she woke up last week and like she woke up to a Charlie horse, right? And so this is like last week. So tonight, right? I had gotten her some Indian food, and like I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll see you drink water. She was like, oh, I drink water. I drink water because I'm not getting one of those Charlie horses anymore. She goes, I woke up and I felt this, and she was like, my leg was in this weird shape. She goes, why would my body do that to me? I'm like, it's trying to tell you, you're dehydrated. Anyways, I love y'all, and see y'all tomorrow. I got some big news coming, guys, like big testimonies. This weekend is special. Like this weekend is, like, this weekend, expect big things, all right? Like, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give you guys a dope testimony on Monday, just how phenomenal God is. But I love y'all, and yeah, stay tuned. 83% we out, okay?